I'm Ted Keyes, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. This topic comes from my 30 plus years of business, sales, and freight moving success. Watch, learn, and apply it. You'll move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. And call me at 626-309-9141 with any questions. Now explode your business with...
Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. I'm Ted Keyes, your top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. Today I'll show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call today, go to my website, TedKeyesOnline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my freight sales success store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. And if you have any questions today, any questions regardless of what it is, or specifically, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training, then give me a call, Ted Keyes. I'm at 626-309-9141. Today's training topic is why freight sales isn't about you. Why freight sales is not about you. For those of you that are on my contact list that you got to my call today, go ahead and scroll down to any one of those email invites that I sent you today, and we're going to go over again those free attachments that I provide, free attachments. We're going to start off with that first one. Again, why freight sales isn't about you. Now, we'd like to think that everything is about us, and that's one of the major problems, the major incorrect decisions that you make going into a freight sales call. If there's anything that you must do, is you must focus on your prospect. If there's one important thing that I could stress and should stress, and I'm stressing right now, remember, when you make contact, when you pick up the phone and connect with the marketplace, you get through those to your shipping decision maker, everything that you say and do is about them. None of it is about you. The only thing that's about you is your name and where you're calling from. So let me explain why freight sales isn't about you. Again, going to that first that first attachment down on the bottom. So why freight sales isn't about you. We freight sales agents have so much to contend with. First, we have to crush our quotas. That's the first thing we have to do. Then we have to advance our freight sales career. Ultimately, we have to convince our freight prospects to talk to us, to actually build a relationship with us, and then allow us to move their actual freight. These three goals, again, that's stellar individual performance, career development, and successful sales. They're all admirable goals. But freight sales agents who think about their goals in the terms that I just explained are thinking about this and your profession all wrong, all in the wrong way. Now, that's because these three goals place us, again, that's us, the freight agent, at the center of the equation. It's all about how we make our quota, how we get promoted, and how we get prospects and customers to utilize our individual and outstanding freight service. All I can say to this is, guys, listen up and listen up real quick. Freight sales is not about you, and believe it or not, it never ever was, especially if you've had success, especially if you're just starting off. Remember, this profession is never about you. It's only, and I mean only, about your prospects and your customers. Now, what on earth do I mean by that? Well, if you truly want to make a mark in your freight sales profession, or in any sales profession for that matter, then start asking yourself, How can I assist my prospect? How can I truly assist my prospect? When you have that mentality going into every single sales call you make, you will see your results drastically change. And you have to stop asking yourself, how many more loads do I have to move this month before I get on my company's leaderboard? Now, this isn't to say that your freight sales performance doesn't matter. Believe me, it absolutely does, and it always will matter. However, to be truly successful, you have to transform your entire approach and your way of thinking. Again, thinking not about yourself, because that's a natural way to think. We humans are naturally self-centered. And believe me, it is a struggle to get us to think of the other person, especially our freight sales prospects, our freight sales customers. So if you start thinking about freight sales this way, then everything else, your promotions, your quota, your achievement, and even a ticket to the President's Club, it's going to follow when you start thinking about them and stop thinking about you. That's because approaching sales through the lens of assisting and not selling all the time ultimately makes it so much easier, as it has for me and for our team, our highly productive team here at Green Meadows Productions. Now, I'm going to go over 3 ways, again, 3 ways how assisting first transforms your freight business. Again, there are going to be 3 ways that I'm going to discuss here. The first way is in how you qualify your freight prospects. That's the first way, okay? And how assisting transforms your freight business. The first way is how you qualify your prospects. Question, do your prospects truly require your assistance, or are you attempting to manufacture business pain that isn't there to get them to take your call? Great question. Which one are you doing? Are you calling them to manufacture pain, or actually dig through and find out what their pain is? If you truly prospect, okay, if you truly prospect by identifying potential freight prospects who are actually suffering pain, moving pain, instead of cold calling the decision makers with the deepest pockets, you'll be able to establish relationships from a place of trust, not of annoyance. When you truly go in there and you have their pain at stake, when you're actually digging to find their pain, that's when they're going to trust you. That's when they're going to take notice of you. Instead of going in there sounding all snarky, okay, that's when they're really going to pay attention to you, and they're going to pay attention to you. So it's going to transform your business in how you qualify your freight prospects, again, by thinking of them first and you're way down the line, okay? The second way how it's going to transform your freight business is in how you run your discovery calls. And how you run your discovery calls, that's the second way. Now, if you're genuinely attempting, okay, if you're genuinely attempting to uncover freight moving pain instead of figuring out how to squeeze money out of your prospects, just like I talked about earlier, then the conversation, I guarantee this, the conversation will naturally end up being about your freight prospect. Again, this deals directly with how you run your discovery calls. Your prospects are going to open up and tell you about what keeps them up at night. All right, that's the first thing. What they're attempting to achieve with their freight, and where they've failed in the past. Boy, when you've got prospects that explain to you things like this, you are in. Why are you in? You're in because you've made it about them. I can't stress it enough. When you make it about your prospects, your customers, when you call them, you'll be able to give them better recommendations. You're going to give them better advice. It's going to increase your opportunities for a second call, because now you're listening and attempting to assist them. You're not attempting to go around them. You're not attempting to manufacture pain. So the second way how it's going to transform your business and how you run your discovery calls. The third way in how this is going to transform your business is in how you demonstrate your freight service when they actually give you the business, and how you actually follow through with it. 1 second, folks. So if you design your initial call with assisting in mind, like I've been talking about through this whole call here, it'll be immediately obvious that you're putting your freight prospect's requirement first, because you won't be touting some magical universal benefit. You'll be walking your prospect through an incredibly personalized, tailored plan that again, just as an example, that I provide in our Freight Sales Success training, by the way, that shows you how your freight service will assist them achieve their specific freight goals that you've already discussed. So in short, just concising all this, the third way anyway, assisting changes your entire outlook on your freight sales. If you don't waste your time attempting to convince freight prospects that you're unable to assist, all right, that they should utilize your freight service, your effort goes toward loads and lanes with prospects who genuinely not only require, but they'll also desire. Boy, what will it be like when your prospects actually desire your freight service? Well, you start focusing on them, and they will start desiring you, your conversation, your service. Let me put it this way, guys. If you spend more time speaking to freight prospects who are actually hurting, you're going to move more loads. It's just that simple. And your improved sales performance will better position you for more loads, again, down the line, and even more referrals. How many of you have actually gotten a referral? When you get a referral, it's like taking a knife and just slicing it through hot butter. It's so easy to generate business when prospects, customers actually refer you. So let me just go ahead and wrap things up here on this topic of why freight sales isn't about you. Let me ask you this question. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Do you see what I'm getting at? When you place your freight prospects and customers at the center of your world, all those things you care about, making money, increasing your business, when you make your prospect, put them at the center of your world, everything else is just going to naturally fall into place. When you actually assist your prospects and customers first, you end up assisting yourself in the process. So let's view this as a math problem. 1 + 1 = 2. Well, in this case, assisting your prospects comes to plus assisting you equals success. That's just the way it is. Assist first, okay? Follow through with service. You're going to benefit. You're going to be successful. That's the equation right there. It's just like a math problem. 1 + 1 = 2. That's because freight sales isn't about you anymore. Ta-da! Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying here? It's all about them. It's not about you. It's all about them. There's a revolutionary shift in power between prospects, customers, and freight agents who are unable to adapt like this. You're going to find yourselves phased out of this great profession if you don't do it this way, if you don't focus on your customer first. You're no longer the sole keeper of information anyway, or even the only reliable voice of truth. Believe me, there's more freight agents calling your prospects and your customers. Wouldn't it be better if you stood out where they wouldn't even take their calls to begin with? Your prospects are perfectly able, they're perfectly self-sufficient, and can find out most of what they have to know themselves anyway. Why? Well, there's this thing called the internet out there. Believe me, if you call them and they have a desire to Google you, they'll Google you. They'll find out everything about you, who you represent. It's that easy. So, I mean, they have access to all this information anyway. The question is, who's going to stand out and really get their attention where they actually want to work with them? So, shipping decision makers, they still require you, however. They require your expertise to synthesize all the information that they've gathered that I've talked about to themselves in a coherent strategy that's applicable to their freight requirements. They still require advisors like yourself who've been who've seen their challenges before, like yourself, and assist them to formulate attack plans to solve their nagging shipping problems. So, what your prospects don't require, again, what they don't require, wrapping everything up here, what they don't require are old school, pushy, transactional freight sales agents that are just manufacturing business pain to get through the door. They actually require people that have an interest in them, that's going to make them intuitive to what they do. So they don't want to be sold your freight service. Remember that. They want to buy into its solution, the solution that your freight service provides, guys. The sooner we freight sales agents realize that and adapt accordingly, the better freight sales become for freight prospects and your customers everywhere. So, just real quickly, assisting. I can't express this more and more and more. Assisting first transforms your business in A, and how you qualify your freight prospects. B, or 2, and how you run your discovery calls. And number 3, and how you demonstrate your freight service and following through when they actually give you the opportunity. So remember, guys, through this whole freight process, when it comes to you and your prospects, you and your freight customers, it's always about them. When you make it about them, you receive the rewards based on that. When you go in talking about yourself, you're just going to get more hang-ups, you're going to get more people blowing you off, and you know what? You're going to get more bills piling up because your commissions won't cover them. Again, make it about them. When you make it about them, you receive the financial rewards. Great topic today, and that is why freight sales isn't about you. In closing today, guys, I'm going to ask that question again. In closing and wrapping up my call today, great call today, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Yes? Then give me a call. Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. Last question. Do you have any questions or anything about what I talked about today? My phone is open. Again, give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. Great talking to you today, guys, on a most important topic, why freight sales isn't about you. Feel free to join me again, and I look forward to you joining me again next week. Same time, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time on my Tuesday conference call. Take care. God bless you all. I'll see you again all next week. Bye-bye. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store today, you'll see a host of products available there for purchase. First one you'll see available is my flagship product. That is my Freight Sales Success Guide, typically for beginner and struggling freight agents. If you're searching for that daily motivation to set goals, to achieve them, to pick up the phone daily and connect and build relationships with the marketplace, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Quotes. And if you're searching for those specific skills, and there are many skills, many individual skills required to be successful in this profession, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Skill. I highly recommend each one of these products, available for purchase today in my Freight Sales Success Store. Do you have any questions again? Do you have any questions about today's call? Or more importantly, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Great topic for today. Take these skills, apply them. You'll be amazed at what happens to your results.